Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. All over the world are dressed out, and yet only one man is ready to start. He played with Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves, with a career that started with the Indiana Pacers and earned the NBA Head Coach of the Year with the Toronto Raptors. You hear him on Sirius XM Radio and saw him on NBA TV. And now, get the buzzer ready. Start the clock. Blow the whistle. Right now, it's time for former NBA head coach In the Game with Sam.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We're here today. We got, an unbelievable show for today. Also, don't forget to tune into the In the Game Network every Monday at 1 p.m. so we can listen to the raw side of things by Sir Bam Bam. He has a unique way looking at today's things that's going on and affecting us on a day-to-day basis. And I tell you what, he is hilarious, but he gives you some things to think about, because in his humor, there's also a lot of truth. So that being said, Naughty, I'm here today with my board ops guy, James Harmon, aka known as Naughty. And I don't know why
I don't know why
you don't want to use your God-given Christian name that your mother gave you. She did not raise her son to be named Naughty. That being said, Naughty.
That's my radio name. You know, I had that name since I got into the business.
To be honest with you, I think that's a name you give them girls out there on the street, you know.
No, I don't give them that. I don't give them that name.
Different names and stuff.
No,
you're James in some parts of the town, you're Naughty in other parts of the town. You know, you're Julio in other parts of the town.
No.
You Rico Suave, Suave in other parts of town. You just got it going on, my brother.
Most of my friends call me Enrique. That's the name I prefer to go by.
Now, look, how did I go there?
You can't. You just said something.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was just kind of picking that out of the air. And come to find out, that is what they call you. I had no idea.
Most of my friends call me Enrique. That's the name I go by. It's no different than you don't call Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay. You call him Muhammad Ali.
No, that's different.
That's not different. Why is it different? I changed my name.
Changed his name.
So I gotta go through them white folk in order for you to respect it. Okay, I got you.
Okay. Now that you went there, yes, you do.
Okay,
I tell you what, go get on a plane. Enrique.
When I go on the plane, I'm James.
No. You just made a statement. So we're going to clean this up because we don't want young people who listen to this show to act on foolishness.
Why? Okay, go ahead.
If you're going on a trip,
right?
What ID do you show?
I'm gonna give them.
What ID do you show?
I'm gonna give them my government ID.
Okay.
Right. Because
tell you what you do.
Nothing but the law.
Oh, really?
That's what the government gonna respect.
Why don't you go down to the corner and get you a license that say Enrique?
I would have to go through the judge and all that. I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to do that to have you call me what I would want to be called.
Okay, so now you're losing it. Now you really losing.
You just old school. Okay. I get it. You old school. You came from a time when
look, man, we are not going to waste any more time. Listen to your foolishness. Like Einstein said, you are wasting your time when you are having an argument with some foolish people.
You think Lil Wayne's name is Lil Wayne? But you listen to him and you say, hey, that's Lil Wayne right there. That's not his real name.
That's his stage name.
Okay, this is Naughty is my stage name.
Okay, so we've established that.
Okay.
But that's your what name? That's your pimp name on the side?
That's my name.
That's your lady's name?
That's my Muhammad Ali
call you?
To the yes.
Okay, now what is James?
That's what most of my mama called me James. A lot of my family. I mean, I got some friends that call me James. I'm not opposed to being called James. I just don't like it when you call me the whole thing. Like, don't put the whole government out there.
What is on your white government issue
identification? James is on my license.
Okay, well, since it matters that you have that government issued ID, that's what I'm going to do, James. I'm going to call you by your name. So if you have a problem with it,
wait a minute.
That little ID that you have that's government issued, why don't you
wait a minute? We on the podcast.
Can we move on?
I'm saying we on the podcast.
Got hurt, man.
He did get hurt.
He
did.
And so everybody is freaking out, thinking that, you know, this is going to hurt his chances, and it can, but not. I look at it like this. What's on the tape? Excellent game. My quarterback rating was like 106, something like that, right?
Right.
So my decision making, my processing, my delivery, my manipulating the defense, all of the now, again, he made some mistakes. He took a bad sack. He missed one time. He scrambled, had a guy on the dump off that could have picked up like a 3rd and 13. He underthrew it. He made some mistakes.
Right.
But not this is what would have scared me. If he would have played a perfect game, that's what have scared me more. But he made some mistakes. But when he had to make the plays, he made them. When he had to make the right decisions, he made them. So I'm going to say this. It's a bomber that he's hurt.
It is.
But it would have been more of a bomber if he would have got hurt and never got a chance to play. See, this is why, for all the people that say Shedeur got set up, this is why you have to be ready when your opportunity presents itself. For instance, just hypothetically, what if Kevin Stefanski would have came to Shedeur and said, look, you getting the start, and Shedeur would have said, well, coach, man, I'm not quite ready. Give me one more week. And let's just say Dylan Gabriel would have said, coach, I can play. And sure, I need one more week. And Dylan Gabriel would have been healthy enough to go out there and play. And Dylan Gabriel would have put up the Shedeur Sanders type numbers. And then let's just say Shedeur was going to get the start this week.
Right.
And he pulls his oblique muscle.
It would have been terrible. Point? Right.
Now, he never would have got a chance to play. There's nothing on him on tape in a game. Practice, yeah. But there would have been no other eyes on him. And the only people would have saw him play would have been the people within the Cleveland Browns organization and whoever they scrimmaged against. Think about this, people. Because, quote unquote, he got set up in game one, he's hurt now. Those type of things happen, especially when you've been throwing a lot. And from reading, he's been throwing a lot. Before practice, during practice, after practice. And I'm not going to blame a young man for trying to get better, to be great at his craft, especially when he understands. Chances are he's not going to start the season at the start of quarterback. He was a 5th-round pick. So he's doing everything he can to improve as fast as he can. So I'm not going to knock him for that. Be ready, focused, and looked at this from a positive standpoint, right? Not that he was being set up, but from I'm getting a chance. And now it's up to me to said this other day. It's what you do when no one else is watching. It's what's going to determine how good or how great you can be. And what we saw, because Shedeur Sanders-Noddy was working early, working during practice, and working after.
Yes, sir.
He gave himself enough reps to be ready when he was thrust out there in the starting position because of injuries. See, I tell people this all the time. You may have a plan and a day to execute that plan. But if the opportunity comes 3 months before you think you're ready and you're not ready, that's on you. See, we pray for things, but we're not preparing ourselves for when God answers those prayers.
Right.
Now, God ain't going to put it in a perfect package.
No.
He's not going to say, okay, you want it on October the 29th at 5 o'clock in 2025.
Right.
Be on the corner of 1st and Main. I'm going to have that package for you. It don't work like that. So all the work and all the prep. So this is what God said. Shedeur praying, I'm sure like I was when I wanted my opportunity to make the NBA. He's laying in bed, God. Just let me get a chance to play in the game. Right?
Right.
It's only 3 preseason games now. It used to be 6 or 5.
Yes.
Now it's 3.
Yeah.
So guess what? You ain't gonna have much time. Before 6 preseason games, the last, the 4th and 5th one, everybody played a lot of minutes.
Right.
Because you didn't want to burn out your starters. And normally you didn't play your starters to that last preseason game, the first quarter, because you want them to have game-ready reps going right into the season. They used to do it different. But now I'm sure, like every other player, with 3 preseason games, man, just let me get in the game. In the game, just 3rd game, 2nd, just let me get in the game.
Right.
Now, not thinking, I guarantee you when he was sitting there praying to play, it would be first game. Not thinking that not only would I play, I'll start. Because no one would have foresaw all one of them 38 years old and the other 2 pulled a hammy.
Yeah.
Never would they have thought. But let me tell you what he did. He was praying for the opportunity at any point of one of those 3 games. And God blessed him with an opportunity. It wasn't the 3rd game. It wasn't the 2nd game.
No, sir.
It was the 1st game.
Yeah.
Now, guess what? If Shedeur Sanders wasn't throwing before practice, wasn't throwing during practice, wasn't throwing after practice, he got himself ready. The Cleveland Browns didn't get him ready. There was not enough reps in practice to get him ready. He was quarterback. It was up to Shedeur Sanders to get himself ready. So that's what I'm so happy. So for the people to say this could be a huge, a bad break. Yes, a bad break.
Yeah.
But it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been.
Was not ready to play when the opportunity presented himself.
It could have been a lot worse. But my issue is, and I've been listening to a lot of some ex-players, other analysts, who this is the first preseason game he played in.
Yes.
He played okay. He didn't play great. He didn't play terrible. And that first preseason game, They don't scheme anything. Everything is real vanilla. It's like a glorified practice.
Yeah.
Now this game coming up this week, which I wish he could play. Dillon Gabriel is going to go up against a Philadelphia Eagle team that's going to play more of their first guys. They're going to have schemes. This is going to be a tougher outing for Dillon Gabriel than it was for Shedeur.
I don't agree with that. No, I disagree with that. See, now you're listening to the talking head.
No, this is me understanding football and how the thing goes.
Downplaying what this young man did.
I'm not downplaying. He played well.
Hold up. Let's set the scenario. He gets very few to...
Right.
Very few. The fewest of any quarterback.
You think Dillon Gabriel's getting a lot of reps?
Hold up. He getting more than Shedeur?
Maybe.
Hold up.
Slightly.
Hold up. Then in scrimmages, he's getting the fewest reps. 7-on-7. Because think about this now. This is what people don't understand. How can I put this? If I throw 60 passes in practice, that's a lot of passes, right?
I would say that's a lot, right? That's a lot of passes.
Now these guys throwing 60, 70 passes every day. You can't do that every day because you throw their arm out.
Right.
But they're throwing a lot. Now think about this, Nadi. All those receivers can only run those routes so many times.
You're correct.
Now, if you got, hold up, now do the math. If you got 4 quarterbacks in camp, and let's say they all throwing to receivers a minimum of 60 passes, you got 10 receivers in camp.
Right.
Bruh, I can only run that down and end that 20-yard slant so many times. And if I'm doing it 6-7 times for every quarterback, bruh.
Right.
And that's in drills. And then we get into scrimmages. And then I got to run my routes even though I'm not getting the ball.
Correct.
I still got to run. See, people don't understand.
The ones are going to get the Joe Flacco's going to throw to the ones.
There you go.
Kenny Pickett probably going to throw with the twos. He might get some with the ones. Kick threes and some maybe with the twos. Shedeur, you're going to get whatever left over.
That's my point. And just another thing. Whatever them receivers got left in the tank to run them routes. So think about this, Nadi. See, now that I've been in camp like that, when your number come up, hey, man, at the end of the day, bro, I ain't got nothing left. And I'm talking about camp when we've had 25 players in camp, right? And only 12 was going to make the team. Even with 25 players, bro, I can only run up and down this court for so long. Now, when you're talking about running these routes, it's only so many receivers you got in camp. If you got 4 quarterbacks throwing 60 passes, who they throwing them to? Because, bro, I can't run 60 or 120. I can't run 180 routes.
Right. You're correct.
Or 240 routes. Or whatever that number is, 220. I can't do that. It doesn't make sense. So that's to your point. Now, and to my point, he didn't get a lot of reps.
reps.
So this is what he had to do. He had to go to guys. Hey, man, can you come in early and run some routes for me? Or you get the managers that's kind of athletic to run routes for you. Because the other guys are tired. So my point now, this is why you can't downplay with this man. And then all the eyes, all the talk, all the pressure that was built up around this. And then you're told basically the day before that you're going to be started.
You're right.
So when you factor in, he wasn't even throwing to receivers. Correct. So that means he had to have, when he's sitting over there.
He got a playbook.
Wait a minute. But think about this, Nadi. When he's sitting over there watching or standing there watching, you hear quarterbacks say all the time, mental reps.
Right.
So that means what he's doing, people, he's watching and he's focused. And if it's Joe Flacco with the starters, he's saying, okay, if whatever play is called, he knows Flacco progression and he's watching through the eyes of the quarterback. That's a mental rep.
Mm-hmm.
He's putting himself in that position and he's standing back there saying, okay, what would be my reads in this play? He ain't sitting there daydreaming about what he's doing tonight when he gets home.
Right.
He's sitting there playing the game in his mind as if he's playing.
Right.
Those are what you call mental reps.
Correct.
And in order to go out and play the way he played, that means he had to be locked in and focus on those mental reps. Because he got more of those, way more than actual physical reps.
How is me understanding that the game that Dylan Gabriel is going to play this week?
No, because you're discounting
being
what
more
you do.
difficult. How is that discount? I'm not discounting.
That, yes, you are. And also, I don't agree with you that a bunch of the Philadelphia Eagles guys are going to play, starters going to play.
I'm saying they might play a
From
series
what
or
I've
two.
been listening to, they're not going to play the starters a lot. They save those starters, that first quarter for the starters, the last preseason game. Why? Because after the last preseason game, the regular season don't start for 2.5 weeks.
Right.
That's the only live bullets you're going to see. Because once we get into that last 2 weeks before the regular season game, bro, we ain't hitting no more. We ain't putting nobody to the ground. You know why? Because we got 17 games now plus the playoffs. We don't have a 12 or 14 game schedule anymore.
Right.
We got 17 grind-ons.
Yes.
Right? So the pads are coming off after that third preseason game. So the only time my starter's going to hit, my line, they're going to really hit, is that third preseason game, because guess what now? I can give them 2 or 3 days off to let their body and get them and start getting them ready for the regular season. Because guess what, Nadi? Man, we ain't hitting live.
All teams don't operate the same in the preseason.
Most teams.
Some, just about all they starters in week 2. I know.
See, now that's why I disagree, because if
I'm saying I've been reading up on
but I've been reading up on it too. If you play them in week 2, now it's going to be basically 3 weeks before they hit again, or 3 weeks before they get live action. The best way to do it.
I feel you might
because
not
play it. With 2.5 weeks before regular season starts, I can give them a few days off.
I understand.
I can control the practices, and then that's going to be the last time. If they don't play a game, if I play them in game 2, they ain't playing game 3.
So when Todd Bowles, the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, come out today and say all my starters will play in this game except for Mike Evans and Levante David, you disagree with his strategy. But but I'm saying some teams are going to play their starters this week, so they can have the third week off to get prepared for the season.
But see, the problem with that is you got way more. Okay,
Haven't
you ever heard look? When you think about conference basketball tournaments, and you think about even in college football the way it was set up, the teams that had to have the play-in games almost had an advantage. Because think about in football. It's different in basketball. When you've had 3 weeks off in football, and then you got 3 weeks off when you're not hitting and you're not going live because you don't want to get anybody hurt, and then you get into the game. Think about wild card weekend. Look how many times the teams at the wild card team beat the team that sat at home and had 3 weeks off compared to the team, because you're game ready. You're not playing.
Right.
You've been in the heat of the fire. And now I've been sitting at home just practicing for 3 weeks. So I haven't had a live game or live play or hit in 3 weeks.
Right.
Compared to, so to me, if I'm going to play my starters, I'm going to play them that first quarter in game 3. Or the first half, because now I still got 2.5 weeks to rest them and to get them ready for the rest of the season. That's just how I look.
I feel you. I mean, you got some teams.
And don't forget now, I'm not an NFL coach, but I have been a head coach.
I know you. I know you know what you.
And I have had to manage training camp.
I know you know what you're talking about. Don't get me wrong. I soak it all in. I take it all in.
Okay.
But I also follow in that. I follow this NFL.
But now I'm gonna say something.
Some of these teams.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
And I saw this with AI today, Allen Iverson.
All right.
Allen was talking about how people laugh when he say he was better at football than he was at basketball, and that he loved football more than basketball. I'll give you a secret. I didn't play basketball really till 11th grade. I played football from the time I was 8 years old.
Right.
I wanted to be a football player. I'm from Georgia. Dude, I didn't even want to. I got cut in the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade trying out for basketball. I started as a sophomore on the varsity. And at the time, we were 4A. And at the time, 4A was the largest division, was the highest division. Yes.
In football,
dude,
right?
My high school, we had a freshman team, we had a JV team, and a varsity team.
And when did you become 6'5"?
My junior year.
Okay, that's when you made the basketball team.
Yeah.
You're exactly right.
But my point is, Nadi, my passion was football. The reason I became a better basketball player, what got me into the NBA now, I tell people this all the time, was that I wasn't afraid to get hit. I wasn't afraid of physical play because I played football.
Right.
So when I got to play basketball, what worked for me in the 80s, in the 80s and 90s, basketball was more physical. Bro, that was right up my alley. I didn't mind, dude, I hit bigger guys. I hit guys that weighed 50, 60, 70 pounds more than me playing football. I was used to that contact. So when I played against bigger guys in basketball, that didn't bother me at all.
Right.
Like some of these guys be like, oh, he bigger than me. No, man, Tall tree fall hard, bro.
Yeah.
I had a football's mentality.
Right.
I wanted to break them big dudes down because this is football. This is a football mentality. Bro, I'm going to come at you to somebody break. I'm going to keep that pressure on you. So when I played basketball, I kept that pressure on you. Them fouls were hard. I was aggressive. I was into you. Because football mentality is the most physical team win. How do you become the most physical team? By making the other guy quit. I'm so physical on I'm going to hit you with everything I got every play. And that was my basketball. I played basketball with a football's mentality. Nadi, my first year in the league, I led the league in fouls. My second year in the league, I was second. Yes, I didn't give up nothing.
Right. You got 6 of them. Might as well use them.
Bruh, I learned a long time ago. They didn't give me a rebate at the end of the game for fouls I didn't use. I led people. I led the league in fouls. And it was done, it was strategic. It wasn't done nilly-willy. And I started.
Right.
Not it. If it was the first quarter and I had 2, and you came down the lane and I couldn't block it, I wasn't a shot blocker, obviously. Bro, you were getting some wood. No layup.
Pause.
If you beat me off the dribble,
right,
and you was clowning me and was going to go into your bag of tricks, this was my #1 technique. Whenever I went to strip the ball, I would take my fists and I would go at the ball, knowing that I was going to get your hand and wrist. And guys would be like, that was done purpose.
This was the 80s, right?
This was the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Thought was put into this, people. Oh, yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah. Man.
That was a different brand of basketball.
John Stockton, when they ran that UCLA play, and John Stockton used to have to come by and set that screen over because I was guarding Karl Malone.
Okay.
Now I'm dealing with Karl Malone roughing me up, and John Stockton. Now I'm already getting the hell beat out of me by Karl.
Right.
He bouncing me around like a rag doll. The last thing I was gonna take was John Stockton setting a blindside screen on me. So what I would do is get in my stand, and John Stockton was what, 6'3", 6'4"?
Right.
And I would put them elbows. As soon as he come, boom, I stick him right in his neck. Because you were allowed to do this. But I would time it to where it didn't look like I was doing this. Right when he was coming, I get him in that high chest area of that neck. Dude, I lay wood on him. Right? Dude, and every now and then they get me for an illegal get me with the elbow, but so what? I had 5 more.
Right.
And then I remember the night that I loved, and God bless the dead, my old teammate, Felton Spencer. We were 1 and 2 in the league in fouls. And one night, Karl Malone out there being the bully, he throwing me around. Now, Felton was 7 feet, almost 300 pounds.
Yeah. Big guy.
And that was my boy, man. I miss him. You talking about a good-hearted person, Felton Spencer, oh my God. Salt of the earth, just a good young man. Chief had my back. So me and Chief, we said, look, every time Karl Malone pump fakers, when we come down on our foul, we're going to come down on his shoulders. Boom, with all our weight.
Right.
Now, I mean, at the time, I was weighing 235. Yeah, Chief was weighing 260, 270.
Right.
So Karl Malone pump faking us. We coming down, and he going to the free throw line. Man, that ain't nothing. Man, that ain't nothing. Because, we're telling him what we're doing. Karl, every time you pump fake us, we're going to lay wood on you. I'm going to shoot a lot of free throws. Midway through the 3rd quarter, he checked himself out the game. Yes, sir.
How many points he had?
Dude, he checked himself out the game.
Yeah.
Because we were putting that wood on him, bro. And so we had a football's mentality. And then we played for Coach Musselman, who, Bill Musselman didn't play college basketball. He played college football. He was an offensive lineman. So Bill Musselman stories to get us hyped up for the game was a lot of football stories. It had nothing to, so Bill Musselman, you got to understand, as a rookie, 26-year-old, Bill Musselman was the perfect coach for me. I had a basketball coach that had a football mentality, and I was a basketball player with a football mentality. Right. That's why Musselman and I loved each other, because the other players couldn't understand why we were so close. Well, we were close because we were both, our identity was rooted in football.
Right.
Who we were rooted in football. But what happened, he was a better basketball coach, and I just turned out to be a better basketball player.
Right. Well, let me ask you, from a head coach's standpoint, because we've seen that Shedeur is still the 4th on the depth chart. Yeah. He may play this week, but chances are he won't play this week. Okay, Dillon Gabriel steps in. He plays well.
Then Shedeur, hey man, that's luck of the draw. You hurt because you can't go out there and top him again. Then you stay at 4. Look, man.
With one,
but listen, now that we say this all the time, man, when you're fighting for a job and you're not a first-round pick, the best ability is availability. You got to be available, and injuries are a part of it. And look, did Shedeur take advantage of the opportunity he had?
Yes.
Because if Dillon Gabriel and what's the other quarter, Kenny Pickett was not hurt, Shedeur may not. He probably would have played, but he would have played in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes to go.
Correct.
So again, Shedeur got his opportunity because the other 2 guys were hurt. Now they're getting their opportunity because Shedeur is hurt. That's just how things are. But all I can tell you is this. That's why you got to be ready to take advantage of your opportunity when you get it, because of injury, because of not playing, because of how the other guy played. You don't know when you're going to get your chance. It's not guaranteed unless you're a first-round pick. So Shedeur did all that he could do. He took advantage of the opportunity that was presented to him. Now he's hurt. Not his fault. It happens. Look, man, everybody in the history of sport, in every sport, has been hurt.
Yeah.
It happens. And it never happens for most of us at the right time. There's no right time to get hurt. So all Shedeur can do is say, man, look at the tape. Look at tape. Now, what Dillon Gabriel going to have to do, under whatever circumstances, this is the hand you've been dealt.
Right, correct.
Go play it. Shedeur played the hand he was dealt.
He was playing. Yes,
That's right. All he could do.
Right.
He couldn't do no more.
No more.
Look, man, fair or unfair, you got an extra week to sit there and look. You've got more reps.
Agreed.
This is the difference between this opportunity that Shedeur got that Dillon Gabriel is getting. Shedeur had 1 day before he understood he was the starter. Or 2 days, something like that.
2 days.
Dillon Gabriel has known all week that he's going to get to start.
Right.
And he's gotten most of the reps. And he's getting them all down now that Shedeur can't throw.
Okay.
So based on what happened with Shedeur, and then based on the opportunity, you can make the argument that Dillon Gabriel is getting a better chance. He's getting all the reps, or most of them. He understood when he was going to play.
He has more time to prepare.
Dude. So again, now, if he doesn't play well, you can make the argument.
Oh, yeah, he moves down. He don't play well. It's down the old with.
Well, that's my point. All you can do is take advantage of the opportunity that's presented to you. And Dillon Gabriel is okay. Let's say your point is right. He's playing against some of the starters for Philadelphia.
Right. Not the whole quarter.
Let me blow your mind. Let me tell you something. You know what those starters going to be thinking about when they're out there? Man, I got 17 regular. Let me tell you what I thought about when I got to
get up out of here healthy.
Thank you.
I ain't going to take no big.
Now, the coach is going to tell you, and there's some truth to this. There's some truth to this. You got to play all out, or that's how you get hurt.
Right.
Yeah. But you also get hurt playing all out. You also do some dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You also do some things that probably you shouldn't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even though you may say that, even though I'm going to go out there with that mindset, bruh, I got 17 real games coming up. Bruh, do I?
Yeah.
So now, and so again, he's going to be getting there all, but he ain't going to be getting there all.
Right. Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Football is a little bit different than basketball in that you got 11 guys that start. For the most part, I would say 7, 8 of them are solidified in a spot. There's a couple guys who are right now, they're number 1 on the depth chart, but they got this number 2 guy, and the coaches watching them. They're like, I really like that guy.
For those guys,
and
they're going to play at a different level.
Right.
But not it. Look, man, if I'm Carter.
Oh, yeah.
Now look,
right.
What Will Chamberlain used to say, do you want me for shoot around or do you want me for the game? Do you want me for the preseason?
Mm-hmm.
And think about this. I don't win hard in practice. You'll see me in tape. I don't win hard in practice.
Right.
Now, think about it from this standpoint. What if I'm playing against a young offensive lineman that's trying to get a job? He go low on me or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
See, you got to factor all this in. See, if I'm playing against another starter on the offensive, let's say if I'm Carter and I'm playing against a starter offensive lineman, we almost got a gentleman's agreement without saying it. Look, man, I ain't trying to embarrass you. You ain't trying to embarrass me.
Right.
Like, I ain't trying to get 10 sacks tonight.
Correct.
Man, I'm just trying to get my reps in. Or come off the ball hard. I ain't spinning. I ain't slapping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going hard. But I ain't. You know what
we're
going to
get out of here.
It's all we both know we got 17 games. You see what I'm saying? And so, he may not be getting all those guys' best.
You're right. Well, based on all that, what you just said, what are your thoughts? What are the chances that Shedeur makes the team?
Now, I think after how he played, and again, how he's played in practice, how he's played in those scrimmages. If the things that I've seen on social media are true, when they've shown the percentages that he's leading all the quarterbacks in percentages, leading them in touchdown to interception ratio, if he's leading in all that.
Just with the 4th and 3rd string now.
Well.
But I mean, it's who he got to throw to.
That's all he
got.
I can only throw to who they let me throw to. And at the end of the day, this is another thing, Nadi. Think of it like this. If I'm completing those passes at 3rd and 4th stringers, they ain't the best receivers also. They ain't got the best hands.
Right.
They ain't got the best ability to get open.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, Nadi, when I'm throwing to those 3rd stringers, I'm throwing against the first team defense.
Right.
Because a lot of times, sometimes in practice, you don't really want, I got to be careful in Cincinnati with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. How bad do I want them killing my DBs every day, my starters? Do I want them taking their confidence? Do I want my starting DBs every day? Wait a minute now. Yeah, they're getting better.
Oh,
but bro,
yeah.
If you get torched every day.
Don't you want to get better?
Okay, but this is what starts.
As a DB.
But this is what starts happening. Now you start giving them too much room in practice. Now, hold up. Does that become a habit in the game? I want them to get better. But look, man, in order to get better, I got to give you a chance to have some successes.
Right, but I got joint practices.
But my point is this. I'm not going to have my starters every day going against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins every single day.
Well, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins still got to practice. They still want to get better too.
Yeah, but then my second stringers got to get better because when my first stringers get hurt, they need to see some of that live fire. But my point is this. I can't let those guys get crushed every day. Bruh, look, I guarded KG every day in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I took a day off from guarding. Bruh, I can't every day.
Right.
I gotta have some. Bruh, now think about this. And he guarded me. I'm 6'7", he's 7 feet.
Right.
What if he really tried to block every shot I took?
Where
my confidence at? Now, if every day I'm doing this, taking it back.
Right.
Now think about, but you get my point.
I get your point.
Bro, I gotta have some success. Some, I gotta have confidence. If Flip see me getting crushed every day in practice, what my confidence at in the game?
I feel you.
And then if KG, now look, KG went hard. But KG, does he have to pull a muscle trying to block my shot every day in practice? Is it because it ain't that important? You get my point.
Right.
So all this stuff is relative. Even though he may be going against some of the more first stringers, some of them gonna go hard. But now that you know this, all of them ain't gonna go hard.
No, they ain't gonna go hard in preseason.
No, man, they just everybody's built different.
NFL money ain't guaranteed. I can't be going hard.
Say
like
it again.
That. Yeah, NFL money ain't guaranteed.
So them coaches can say what they want to say, but them players gonna be like, "Yo, man."
Right.
All right. There go the music. This segment's been way too long, but it's been good. If you got pizza pills, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. You listen to In the Game on the old family. We'll be right back after this stuff.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bowl t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. On the In the Game Network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lean in right now to hear what the coach has drawn up on the chalkboard.
Welcome back. That's that music that says we're back. Welcome back to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m., the raw side of things, I serve Bam Bam. Now that we've talked about Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel and the things that's going on, there's some more news that's in the NFL that's even bigger. Do you remember the head coach, Brian Flores, who's the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and now is a DC, the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah. Too.
And he's suing them because of discrimination. And for you guys that don't remember, Brian Flores was in line to get several head coaching jobs. It was widely known and thought that he was in line to be that next guy, that he probably shouldn't have never gotten fired in Miami. And look, you can make the argument for dismissing him as the coach of the Miami Dolphins because of his toxic relationship with Tua. He was not a big Tua fan. But guess what, Nadi? He wanted Justin Herbert.
Right.
So you can make the argument he was right.
You can make the argument.
I'm going to make the argument. And I'm not hating on Tua.
It's an argument, though.
But he was right.
Right.
Look.
The owner liked it.
Okay.
Tua.
But, okay. If we can go back and poll every general manager.
Oh, they're taking Herbert.
Hold on.
It ain't even close.
We can ask the Miami Dolphins owner right now today.
Right.
If you could go back and choose Tua or Herbert, who would you take?
Yeah, but that wasn't the only issue.
The 6'5" guy with a cannon of an arm that looks the part, a handsome dude that got a cannon of an arm, 6'5", an athlete.
Right.
Or the 5'9", 10 guy that's shaped like a dad with a dad bod.
Herbert.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that every NFL general manager would agree with me.
Right.
And that
Right.
Remember, people, President Trump wanted to buy an NFL team.
He did.
And they was harsh in saying no. And remember, people, he owned a USFL team, New Jersey Generals. Herschel Walker was the star player, right? So our president, President Trump, has not had a great relationship with the NFL nor its owners. So do you really want President Trump doing a trial and all your dirty laundry coming out? Do you really? I can just see President Trump tweeting stuff like, and you wouldn't let me own a team?
Right.
And you're trying to say I'm racist? Can you imagine the type of tweets that the president would be tweeting out when all this dirty laundry starts coming out in the public?
So you think the NFL is going to settle?
Man, I think the NFL going to wait a minute. You're going to see the Rooney Rule actually start being applied more. You're going to see more qualified. It's already happening quietly. Who's the coach in New York?
The Jets.
The New York Jets.
Oh, yeah. That's my guy. Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now look now. Think about what the NFL been doing. How we racist? Look who.
Right.
We got Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
We got Todd Bowles. Who just got a job?
Todd Bowles. Yeah. Aaron Glenn got a job. You got Tomlin in Pittsburgh. You got black general managers. You got Barry up in Cleveland. You got Terry Fontenot right here in Atlanta.
Then you got Chicago.
Oh, you Chicago.
Got black general manager.
Yeah.
You see
what Ryan Pace.
Okay. Now, the next thing is not only in Atlanta, you got a black coach here in Atlanta.
Yeah. Raheem Morris.
So the next thing, settle with Brian Flores and let the man get the next job and make sure that the road that you're on now, look, all everybody wants is an opportunity to get in the room and state their case. Period. That's it. And I've been in that room. And I can tell you this, if I'm on a panel of people that's picking the next coach of an NBA team or NFL team, I don't care what color they are. I want to see your resume. If you've been a head coach, I want to see your track record. I want to talk to you about what are your strengths? What do you think you did good at your last job? And what are the things that you think you wasn't as good at? Because now that I need to know what you think you're good at, but I also need to know what you think you're bad at. And the guy that's honest with me, that's the guy I'm going to hire. I don't have a problem hiring a guy that did some bad things. This is my question now. What did you do? What are you going to do different with this team?
Right.
So when he lay out his plan, hey, I'm going to make sure we accentuate these things I did good at. But over here, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, I was short in this, and this. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I'm going to hire these type of people who where my weaknesses are. I'm going to hire this guy at this position, or hire this guy. I'm going to bring in this guy. I'm going to move this around. Show me your plan to make your weaknesses a strength. And all your plans, it don't have to be what you're going to do, who you're going to bring in. Because again, bro, that's why we have a staff. You don't have to be the jack of all trades. What you have to be is what I think the most important things of a coach is. First, know who you are. Know your strengths, but just as important, know your weaknesses.
Right.
And your weaknesses, show me what you're doing to make them strengths. Again, it ain't about you going against, if you're an offensive head coach, it ain't about you going to learn more defense. It's about who you bring in for that defense.
Right.
And not only that,
correct.
Are you going to trust them to run the defense and manage the defense?
Right.
Are you going to give them the autonomy to do their job?
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So those are the qualities I look for in a coach. And so if I'm the NFL, I would keep doing what I'm doing. I would settle. I would keep the Rooney Rule intact. And I would quietly settle with Brian Flores. And It's time for him. Look, man, he's proven he's ready for his next.
Well, I got two questions for you, but first, Mocha Bella down in Miami. She's a Miami Dolphin fan. Brian Flores was a good coach for my Dolphins, but the owner and general manager wanted him to tank games too. And that was part of the report that they wanted him to tank games.
Which is part of, yeah.
Is he at fault for not playing ball with the owners? Like, should he tank games or? Go ahead.
Listen to me carefully.
Mm-hmm.
As a coach,
right,
I've taken over a team that was struggling, that we were good enough to win some games, but we weren't good enough to win some games. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And sometimes you have to take one step back to take two forward. And it's a hard thing to do, but you're not winning. Okay, if the difference in winning 4 games gets me the first pick and winning 5 games gets me even the second pick, look at the power that first pick gives me. Because now I can have any pick I want because I got the first pick. I dictate the draft. You see what I mean? So part of it, and this is another thing, Nadi, understanding the big picture, right? And not only that, understanding the chain of command.
Right.
There's some things that you just may not understand. And as a coach, sometimes you have to be willing to say, because we're all wired different. So you can hold those things against him. Yes.
Right. We've seen this happen.
The owner and the general manager did have a right. Because think about this, what people don't say. What did they do in OKC?
They just won a championship.
What did they do before they won their championship? How did they get those players? People.
But were they losing on purpose or were they just not in the good? Because they were super young. And they lost Westbrook, lost KD.
I want to tell you something. You know, the first year when they traded for Shea, they didn't play him that much. Go back and look at the numbers.
Right.
They didn't kill him out the second year. They had a plan, right? So again, yes, the owner and the general manager had a right to be upset with him for not following direction. Because again, sometimes as a coach, we're wired different. The reason I love you as my coach, because you want to win every game.
Right.
But Flip used to say this all the time. Your biggest strength sometimes can be your biggest weakness. And sometimes you can't see that far ahead.
It's tough.
Because as a coach, we're wired to win every day.
Right.
We're not wired next year and the year after. A general manager wants to win tomorrow, but he got to make sure we can win next year and the year after and the year after that.
Right.
So yes, to answer her question, what was her name again?
Her name is Mocha Bella.
Mocha Bella, the owner and the manager had a right to hold that against him. Those are firing offenses.
Same thing in Atlanta with Bud.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't fire him, but they mutually split ways because Coach Bud was like, I can win with this team. And the franchise was like, but we can't. Winning? Right. We can't win the big.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is getting into playing in basketball winning? Yeah. But where are you generally going to go? It's been one team in the play-in to go to the NBA.
No, it's not likely.
Yeah.
It's not likely.
That's my point.
Okay, my second question was, do you think the NFL will change its arbitration process?
Yeah, because based on what this court ruling says, they're going to change it for this reason. Anybody who sued them right now going to win. The court just basically said to you, your way of arbitrating cases is not right. It's flawed. So they just told you. So after this, to come back and do it the same way, because the collective bargaining agreement gives you the power, you can do that. But now all I got to do is take you to court. So if I go before arbitration, I'm going to try to get my case before the courts because the courts have already ruled.
Right.
So that was dumb anyway. Look, man, the players, that's something to play. But now you can't blame the owners for doing this.
No.
That's something that was collectively negotiated.
Right.
And the owner snuck that in back door. But that's something that the players and union should have fought. I blame more the union than the players because the union is there to protect the players from themselves. Yeah, the players want to get their money. And that's the number one thing. Hey, man, do we have a deal where I can get my money? The player's job is not to know the details.
Mm-hmm.
That's the association. And so what the association just said, hold on, guys. This deal with Roger Goodell being in this position.
Correct. But the NFL Players Association, it's in all disarray.
Okay.
I mean, they don't even have a president right now. I mean,
listen.
It's terrible. And DeMar Smith, he got out of there because of the criticism, the backlash that he was facing while he was in there. Yeah. So they've been having all kind of problems for a while.
It's a thankless job. Because if you got 2,500 players?
You could say that
2,700, something like that. Yeah, but not it. Yeah. You can't make everybody look 50, whatever. You can't make everybody happy.
Right.
You can't. But look, man, 70% of the people can think it's a great deal. You still gonna have 30% that say no, it's a terrible deal.
Yeah, I mean, most of the players probably ain't even concerned about what goes on, but every team has their team reps.
Yep.
So you got really 32 guys, which still is a lot of guys.
I'm gonna say this.
For one guy to listen to.
One thing as a union member that you should not do, you should never publicly criticize your union. I don't care what doesn't happen. Do you ever see the owners publicly criticize themselves?
No.
Now, I promise you, and we know this, they don't agree with each other because they've sued each other.
Oh, yeah.
They turned around and sued the league, their own league.
Right.
So we know they don't get along. But one thing I give them credit for, they're not stupid enough to criticize themselves publicly, each other.
You're correct.
They just don't.
Right.
It's bad business.
Well, they have owners meetings where they'll hash all that out.
Yeah.
Owners meeting behind closed doors with no media allowed.
You go. They fight. That's when they fight.
Right.
And I would say the same about players. Keep your mouth shut when it comes to your union. Keep your mouth shut because you're not helping the union and you're not helping yourselves when you publicly criticize the union. But to your point now, they got to I know we got to break down the standard music right now. Don't forget to like the subscribe button. You're listening to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. We'll be right back with more stuff.
All right. In the Game with former NBA coach Sam Mitchell is taking a break. We'll be back in less than 2 laps. This is the In the Game Network. Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. And we're back on the In the Game Network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lead in right now to hear what.
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to tune in every Monday, the raw side of things with Sir Bam Bam. He has a unique way of bringing humor to today's events. Now, before we wrap up the show, a couple of things that we got to get to. And ladies and gentlemen, look, when you're dealing with young people, young athletes, people make mistakes. A lot of things, people are accused of things, a lot of things are said, but it's always important that we make sure all the facts are gathered. Slated to be a first and second round pick, they was accused of some tough things, and yet through investigations and through let the process take its course, we got some news now for these young men.
Well, you got former University of Texas wide receiver Isaiah Bunn, who was slated to be a first, no later than second round pick. He ran a 4.39 at the combine.
Wow. And you know those guys with that kind of speed, they're high picks.
Well, he has been no-billed by Collin County grand jury. He was arrested for sexual assault in April after an encounter with a woman who claimed it was non-consensual.
They had sex. So she's the men. They both are men. They had a relationship, sex.
Right.
Not a relationship, but
she said it was non-consensual. The 21-year-old, that's him, he went undrafted in the 2025 NFL drafts over concerns with the teams about the criminal case. Now he has the right to sign with any NFL team.
Did he sign with someone?
He signed with the Cleveland Browns earlier today.
First of all, this is my thing though. Now was he found not guilty or was he found?
Well, the grand jury returned a no bill in the sexual assault charge involving Isaiah
Which
Bond.
meaning was it a lack of evidence or what was the deal?
Yeah, they lack of evidence, so it concludes the criminal proceedings in that matter. But they didn't have the evidence presented.
So basically, okay.
They didn't have enough evidence to say that he did what she claimed he did.
Now this is the thing though, but the damage was done.
Yeah, he went undrafted.
I understand some people. The signing bonus that he gets as an undrafted free agent compared to being a first or second round pick. Think about it like this. Let's say he was the 20th pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's what now, the guaranteed money. $30-something million guaranteed.
Right, yeah.
Second round pick, what he would have been guaranteed? 15, 18 million? Something like that.
It would have been guaranteed a nice payday.
Enough that if he invested it right, he's set.
Yes.
Now he get a few $100,000 as a signing. Look, Natty. That's why I don't know, man. It's got to be a better way. It's great. Now, I don't know the particulars of the case, but man, if he didn't do anything, if he was falsely accused, it's great. But if he didn't do anything, now he still got screwed.
Yeah, he got screwed.
And if he did do something, he's getting a second chance. But look, now all you can go by, and I know this: if these grand juries, they indict you.
Oh yeah.
It don't take a lot.
No, it don't.
So for them, for something like that,
they didn't have the information.
Nah, he got screwed, man.
Yeah,
because he just lost $30-40 million guaranteed.
Cleveland is getting richer and richer because they have a running back out of Ohio State, Quinshawn Judkins, who they drafted, but they had not signed yet because he was dealing with a misdemeanor battery charge. So they didn't want to fool with him. But the state attorney's office says the incident was not captured on any video surveillance. There are no independent witnesses to the incident. Although the victim had photos showing injuries sustained, there were also videos in that same time frame where no injuries were observed by the victim.
So those could have been old injuries caused by somebody else.
Well, additionally, the victim's injuries depicted in the photos could be explained by either account of the incident. Finally, there was a delayed report of the incident. The delay was problematic as the victim was alone on numerous occasions without the defendant, had the ability and the resources to make the report without his knowledge, but chose not to. Pretty much they saying that she had time to put the injuries on herself and then call it. Right.
Okay. And because of the timeline and text messages and all this stuff that they gathered.
Right.
Look, now, but see, this is the beauty about that. He still got drafted.
Yeah, he did, but he hadn't
cleared up. But he can get his signing bonus.
Now he can go to practice, and now he can sign the contract.
Because the way the draft works, people.
Right.
Your bonus is based on where you're drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're the number one pick, like Cooper Flagg, his guaranteed money, 5 years or 4 years, $6 to $8 million. Now, by that third year, he could sign a new deal. But if he stayed the whole 5 years, he guaranteed that amount of money. Same in the NFL.
Right.
First pick, second pick on down, all the way through the draft.
Correct.
At least he could still get his signing bonus, whatever that amount was.
Right.
The other kid, now he lost first round money.
Yeah, he did.
He lost $30-40 million.
Right.
Look, man, at least they're both going to get a chance to live out their dream. But
yeah, but
I don't know what can be done, man. But again, I feel bad for the guy first round pick because he just lost his money.
But I'm saying, he lost money. His reputation tarnished somewhat.
Now that he lost, not only that, think about he could have got endorsement money.
Right.
He got to go rebuild all of that up. But now that he's never going to get the $30-40 million.
So what happens to the accuser?
Nothing. They get to go home.
And that's my thing about it. Like, that's messed up.
Now that you don't want mine. Look, for me, anybody who falsely accused people of something like that cost them money, they should be responsible for the money that they cost that person. To me.
Right.
If you falsely accusing people and it cost them money,
Yeah.
And it hurts their reputation or it hurts their ability, you should be responsible for that. Because now that means anybody can just start accusing people.
This is a problem.
It's a huge problem.
And for a while, you didn't have things that were on tape. You had to take, it was he say, she say.
That's right.
I mean, we see this case with Shakara Richardson. They finally released that
that you body told cam me about this. Now hold up. Now set the stage. There was body cam
on a police officer.
Not only it was video,
right,
but it was body cam video.
Yes,
and it was some other video that she wasn't aware of that was out there.
Right. I don't know why they weren't aware.
Shakara Richardson, the track star, got into an altercation at the airport with her boyfriend, who's also a track star.
Yes.
Where she shoved him, where she hit him, she was cursing,
throwing stuff at him and all that.
Yeah, she went off on him.
Right, she went off on him.
Afterwards, a day later or something.
No, this is the same day.
She issued an apology.
A day later. Yeah, a couple days later.
Driven apology. But unbeknownst to her, now to set the stage at what happened, because this is hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
When the police got there.
So the police get there. First thing they do, they talk to Christian Coleman.
First thing the police gonna do now, they're gonna separate you. They're not gonna talk to you as a couple.
Right.
They're gonna take Shakara on one side of the airport away, so she can't hear. They're gonna take the boyfriend. What's his name?
Christian Coleman.
Christian Coleman. They take him away.
Yes.
So the first thing they're gonna do is come to Christian Coleman.
Right.
What happened?
Oh, we just had an argument. She cool. She just need to chill out. Did she hit you? Nah, she ain't hit me. I didn't hit her. Everything cool. She just need to chill out. I don't want nothing to happen. We good.
It was just a misunderstanding.
It's just a misunderstanding.
But there was no physical. There was nothing physical.
Yeah, right.
And so it was just a misunderstanding.
Right.
It was an argument between couples.
Right.
My baby's my baby. We're cool.
Right.
We done straightened it out.
We good.
She didn't
nobody
hit me.
Nothing.
She didn't hit me. She didn't shove me. She didn't put her hands on it.
Right.
What's his name again?
Christian Coleman.
So Christian Coleman had his woman's back. So for all the sisters out there, the brother had the black woman's back. He went to the mat, even though she did all this in front of people, embarrassed him. No, I got my baby's back. Now, hold up. So they go to him with that. Now they go over to Shakara Richardson.
Right.
And they ask her what happened. Now, people, she don't know what Christian just told them.
Nah.
So now they paint the picture of what the sister, soul sister number one.
Right.
What did she have to say about her man, the brother, Christian?
She went off on him.
What did she say?
Oh, he's a coward. He's a liar. You know, did he hit you? No, he didn't hit me. Did you hit him? No, I didn't hit him. Well, the tape, ma'am, say.
First of all,
right.
She goes off on him.
Right. Oh, yeah. She's just going off on him.
The altercation, the argument.
Right.
She's putting it all on him.
Right.
Now, she did say he didn't hit her, which he didn't.
Right.
But she lied and said
she didn't hit him.
She didn't hit him. Unbeknownst to her, he lied for her.
Right.
He said, my woman didn't hit me. There was no physicality in this argument. So he had her back.
He had her back. Soon as they told her, well, man, we got the tape. We see the tape. We see that you hit him. Oh, well, he hit me. I got evidence in my phone that show you he hit me. Plus, he the man, I'm the woman. Why y'all not taking him? She just threw him all under the mat. Started calling him a coward. Started calling him a liar. And she was on her headphones that she was having a conversation with somebody while this was happening. And she was telling her friend, girl, if you ever see me get with him again, punch me in my face because he ain't nothing. I should never be with him. He'll never be with me again. He's a coward. He's a liar.
She's right. He would never be, if he got any respect for himself.
Right.
Dude, this woman just proved when the heat is on. Now, I'm not going to say why or how, but one thing I know for a fact, my wife got my back.
Right.
We had a situation, and it wasn't nothing about her and I getting in an argument, nothing like that. But we had a situation where I kind of panicked, and she stayed cool, and she got us out of it.
Right.
And I knew at that moment I had the right person in my corner.
That's how you know. You know, when you get tried.
Yeah. Because I was off my game that night. I was slipping.
Right.
But she had my back. Because I had a long day, some stuff kind of hit us out the blue. And I was about to just let it all hang out. And my wife's like, no. Baby, I got it.
Right.
She took over the conversation.
Imagine.
And this is what she told me. Baby, you be quiet. And the best thing I did that day was listen. Because I understood I went on my game and I was wrong. And dude, she handled it. So you don't know until a situation occurs, but now that she had my back.
Right. Imagine if that whole scene wasn't on tape and it was just her word against his word.
They always gonna believe the woman.
I mean, it was terrible.
Nah, that's why I'm telling you, man. But look, man, that's why if I was his brother Christian, she couldn't call me no more. I don't even want her apology because she issued an apology and it tells me it was fake.
Right.
Because as soon as the police started questioning her, she threw him under the bus.
Oh, she threw him under the bus.
He did nothing wrong. He had her back.
She spent 15 minutes throwing him under the bus, trying to get her way out of this situation, trying to act like she was so innocent and she just such a good person. And you can see all through that facade that she was just being fake.
Hey, man, she would never get another moment of my time.
Right.
Hey, man, look, it's unfortunate that, it's unfortunate that it happened, but it's fortunate for him. Now, if he chooses to stay with her,
right, that's
hey,
on
man,
him.
you know what you got. So whatever happens after that, that's on you. But look, man.
I think it's important that women speak out and speak to other women about this type of thing because a lot of women, y'all got sons who got to deal with this.
How would you want somebody to do that to your son?
Right.
Because think about this. To your point, if it wouldn't have been documented by cameras and if he would have got arrested, think about that.
Could have ended his career.
There you go. Dude, that follows you forever. Follows you forever. That's why you can't take this stuff lightly. Right. That's why when it's proven that a woman is wrong, you got to come back. You got to come down hard on her. She don't get a pass. She don't get to cry and say she's sorry. Because no, that don't get to go away like that. That need to follow you.
Right.
Like it would have followed him.
Well,
look.
You know, her career is going to be intact, so you don't got to worry about it.
Well, you lose some fans that way. Look, now that we had an awesome show today, man.
Right.
Don't forget every Monday at 1 p.m. for the raw side of things. Bam Bam. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. You've been in the game network. And remember, stop hating the game. Don't even hate yourself. Don't even hate anyone else. Learn how to play the game and appreciate the game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. You've been listening to In the Game. We'll be back next Tuesday.